very soon. But we watching how the government going and how they building up the things so as it goes along, right? Right. So confirm the
So
date
how you
and
feeling
time.
this morning? What
Well,
what you paying attention to?
firstly, I want to deal with the jet ski operator. It
Mm-hmm.
has been 4 months since the family hasn't gotten no redress,
Mm-hmm.
and they are finally in a stage of getting redress for their matter. Young Angelica Jogi, rest in peace, my dear girl.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be having some kind of redress via the civil court, because I understand a pre-action protocol
Was launched.
was launched,
Mm-hmm.
and the TTPS, which is the rightful body, has officially charged. Well, the DPP got the file, and he instructed that charges be made. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see where it goes from there, right? But I hope this sends a signal to everybody in Tobago, especially the craft operators. Um, a lot of foolishness going on over there that has to stop. Somebody has to stop it. I did an interview with one of the boat the leisure craft what do you call it, operators. He's the head of the association, and we are hearing a lot of things behind the scenes, not what was said, but what was not said, right? And we are hearing a lot of bickering and madness going on with operators doing what they want and when they want and all kind of mad thing, and no association to stop them. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good place to be where our tourism is concerned, right? We have domestic and we have international tourists that frequent that location, and we wanted to go nice. We wanted to build, right? And want well, no man's land. I don't know. No man's land turned into a real hustle. So it's Fall, you had to do something about that. You had to do something about the hustle mentality of how we approach no man's land and the cuisine and that kind of stuff, and put some rules in place. Well, I understand that they have rules, but
But the people
it's
who
being
follow it.
floated. It's being floated as with everything else, right?
Why is it that we always have to have a belt in we hand for adults, boy?
Well, it is what it is at this time. But somebody had to pull off the strap and start to beat people, because it's a serious thing going on right now. There's a lot of lawlessness going on. When the woman say
It's a
it is a
lawless
lawless,
dump.
she wasn't lying. Huh?
Yeah.
She wasn't lying at all. It's really a lawless. We just doing what we want, when we want, how we want. It can't work, so we can't continue to go slow.
Well,
So somebody had to,
you remember accountability is not our strong suit, eh?
yeah, well, similar to Trump when Trump came in and he moved back the goalpost to where it's supposed to be. Because the Dems and them only edging along this line of the LGBT community, the whole alphabet soup,
Mm-hmm.
and talking about, that's how he got the name Tampon Tim, you know.
Really?
China put tampon bin inside woman bathroom and all kind of mad thing, you know.
Serious?
I'm telling you, he's a madman.
Wow.
Tampon Tim, let's call him. But
Wow.
nevertheless, Kamala Pasabi Sessa came in around the same time and had to do the same thing. She had to pick up the goalpost and move the goalpost back to where it's supposed to be. Right? We had a lot. You notice a certain sect of society is very quiet. Very, very quiet. While we focus on the Syrian Lebanese Association,
Yeah.
well, they brought that on themselves for this 1% talk and wherever. Only 5,000 people, wherever. Right? It is what it is. Right? And, but while we talking about that, she has moved the goalpost back. And I think that is what causing some of the issues.
The pushback that she's
right?
getting.
Because you asked her, you gave her a mandate to come in,
And
and
shake up things.
while some of the things was not on the cards, basically, she had to make adjustments and had to make the hard decisions in order to get the place back in an order of some kind. And I did a show recently about, are we going down the same road that we've been going down for a number of years? you know, and going through the whole motion of oil and gas and whatever, all to that talk, right? Mega farms, wherever. So we're talking about diversification of the economy, and we have preferred some areas that they could look at as areas of diversification away from oil and, well, not away, but alongside oil and gas. So while you're fighting the oil and gas, they have other ways that on mechanisms that you can make money. And what is more striking is the day and age of technology. We are leap years behind many nations when it comes to technology and to what we're supposed to be looking at as a society. So I assume that when she gets money, you know, when enough money has been accumulated and whatever, she'll open up the thing and allow people to, because I know people like Julian John raring to go in the box. You know, she like them horse and them by them well, not saying it a horse, but I'm just saying she's like a horse in our paddock, just waiting to run down the line. You know, they're in the queue and they're just waiting for them gates to open to shoot off. Because I know if she has an adequate budget, right, that can do development works and all that sort of stuff, a lot of things are going to happen. She's very similar to Jack Warner in how she thinks and how she operates. Mm-hmm. And I think she's an out of the box thinker. And when she gets, you know, when she's allowed to free up, you know, and go get out there and pave the roads and do whatever is necessary, I think she'll be raring to go where that is concerned. I think Khadija has also been, you know, she's been stymied on one end, but on the other end, she's doing pretty good work in terms of disaster management and working her constituency and so on and so on. So that's a good thing for now, right? So we'll accept that. But I saw something in the papers this morning that was kind of disturbing, right?
Okay.
Now at 1 o'clock, or no, at 10 o'clock, we have a school tour. So expect that, you know, expect the children to be in here to talk a little bit about what we do here at 91.1. And yeah, so it is very, very interesting. But I wanted to do it on my own, right? But when I studied, I said, well, let me let somebody who is inside of the prison, who understands the prison, because we've been there. Well, this is my batch, right? But he just so happened to be the General Secretary of the Prison Officers Association, right? So he will give you all a, how to put it, a roundup of what's going on in the jail, right? Because I saw this morning that Kamala Prasad Bissessa would be saying that just now they'll be putting in a new batch of prison officers. And in my mind, I like, wait, where you getting that information from in terms of what is actually going on in the jail? Because the stories I've been hearing about the jail, it leaves much to be desired in terms of rehabilitation. There is no rehabilitation going on in the jails, and no real. It having a new jail where people just rocking a cell and open a gate, going down by their partner, smoke a weed, and come back up to the cell and close the gate and go back and sleep.
Well, if that is the case, then why people wanted to go home if it had that much freedom in jail, right? Because some people went home the other day, you know.
Went home me.
three went home on house arrest.
No.
So if it had all that freedom going on in jail, man walking out that cell, checking their register and coming back. How people want to go home?
Them is separate and apart from the whole picture, the whole
the whole optics of the thing.
I'll let him get in.
Okay.
Where's that going on there? Where he send me the yeah, let me deal with it. Let me deal with what the substantive, which is the salary caller number there for me. Caller number. Right. So this is my the Prison Officers Association Secretary, who has been very vocal over the years on what's happening in the jails in terms of how we are navigating, how we are operating, how we were taught to run the jail, right? and bringing in new recruits is not going to solve the problem in the jail. It's not going to solve the problem in the jail. Because my batch, 3/4 of them are prison supervisors and up, PO2 and up. So they are middle managers in the jail, up to superintendent of the jail. And that's all.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Lester Logie. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
All right, you are here with Mr. X and the original Obi. We are inside on 91.1 Talk City. Good morning to you, sir. All right?
Good morning to you and Nashi.
All right. I want to. Well, when I wake up this morning, I open the papers, and the first thing I would have seen would have been the Prime Minister saying that they're going to recruit more people into the service, right?
Yeah.
And my first inclination in my head was that more recruits are not going to solve the problems in the jail, right? And that is in my estimation, right? From where I know it is and where I'm talking to people in the jail and whatever, it's not going to solve the problem per se. But I want you to tell us some of the problems that the jail is having, because I am hearing things about officer not enough officers on a shift, number one. The kiosk not working. The cells open on their own. Man open, just shaking and open the cell and going down by the brethren, smoke a weed, come back up, go back in the cell. All kind of mad thing going on in the jail. The roof leaking. You know, and I'm saying to people that when we were taken in 30 years ago, we were taken in at a higher level than 5-0 levels. We came in at 200, the first batch to ever sleep in the jail during the training. And with 9 months of that we experienced, and they were taken in with triple ET, MET, and that kind of stuff. Men had those kind of qualifications from John D and wherever else. And we were taken in to the jail because the new jail, it was a new experience. It wasn't like Golden Grove and Carrera and Port of Spain and whatever, right? So when we came in with a certain level of understanding of the mechanics of the jail, how the washroom would operate, the what do you call it, the stoves and them in the jail, and how to fix the cells and all these different things, right? And we were aptly placed in different areas to get the job done, right? And we were successful in opening the new maximum security prison, right? And my job was penal reform and rehabilitation. So I was very instrumental in writing some of the policies, especially for Building 13 and whatever, right? A whole long talk again, basically. To kind of understand where we at in terms of rehabilitation and things. I know they have futsal and thing up in the new jail, in the auditorium, and the other issues that we have in like Building 13 not designed for notorious criminals, and all these different things. I want you to give us a feel for what's going on in the jail of Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, well, as you stated before, the maximum security prison was open when our batch was there.
Right.
We came there, we were the first there to know how to operate the boards and things like that to open it. Alright?
Right.
The whole prison was not designed to hold remanded prisoners.
Right.
Unfortunately, majority of the prison population is now on remand. So the majority of MSP is remanded prisoners now. When those inmates came to MSP, they start to match up things.
Right.
Rip out things in the ceiling to make improvised weapons and what have you.
Right.
So you have several areas in MSP, more or less. They come like they had to bust it out to repair other parts.
Right.
And the roof is leaking. 30 years with that concrete roof. We have a leaking roof. As I stated with board, the cell will show closed on the board, but it's actually not closed. So the inmate will rock the cell and open it and come out in the night and echo. Right? And that is a serious security breach.
Because I know when we trained, we were trained that if you're working on a wing, you're supposed to be you and an officer, not you alone. And understanding that
You
ships
alone.
running by one man and all kind of mad thing going on.
So you have one man in our division that have over 200 remanded inmates.
One man alone?
Yes.
Wow. One man alone?
Yes, one man, especially in the night. You will get one officer.
Okay
In a
then.
division with over 200. So sometimes when you have this officer, you have to go upstairs, and it's upstairs and downstairs.
Right.
To see the talent. You
Right.
can't be in two places at the same time.
Right.
What you had to in around 2014, the commissioner at the time chose to implement the cabinet note 1758 of 2006.
Right.
That expanded the prison service. So you had, they got two other deputy commissioners, a senior superintendent, ACPs, and what have you. Persons were promoted to those, to fill those vacancies.
Right.
But you didn't have the recruitment of the PO1s, prison officer ones, who come in on induction training.
Right.
So created a bureaucracy. So you had officers now, the average officer now have to go and work in offices. They start up a unit like programs. Before, when we came in in 1996, they didn't have programs, but we did programs. But
Right.
it was not a separate department. Right?
Right.
I would have worked program, I would have carried off inmates and YTC to national training.
Right.
We had a inmate named Warner at the time. He was on the national team for YTC. I carried him with some Carrera to Dutch coaching courses at the Center of Excellence. I was working programs. They didn't have a program department.
Right.
And it fall under the superintendent of the station. Now that is no longer so. So
Okay.
you have all these people in offices, and certain areas they work more like 6 to 7 days a week, and we have the average officer works 24 on, 48 off, dealing with security more or less, making sure the inmates get the diet, they get the hour airing, so they're allowed to bathe, they could go to visits and what have you. But that is where the challenge is, where you will see the one officer and two officers posted
Right.
to really provide that security. But they are the ones who spend the majority of the time with the inmates.
Okay.
But that is not the department that has been beefed up.
Okay.
Right? You have the people more on the ancillary offices and things like that.
Right.
And you have, because of the remanded population, you have a lot of officers do not want to work in the prison itself like that.
Okay.
They rather go and work on programs, go and work as a clerk in the office to stay away from that type of inmate.
Okay. But is there any rehabilitation going on in the new jail? Because the new jail was designed for that purpose, to try to rehabilitate and reintegrate prisoners back into society. Is anything like that going on?
Limited. So they have the tailor shop and things like that.
Right. They still have the church, they still have the chapel and wherever that
Yeah.
brother? Okay.
Yes, they have the chapel and things like that. They do have persons who come in, like external to do services.
Right.
And you would have, the different denominations, they would have their visiting.
Right.
Yeah, religious visiting to hold their services
Right.
at the various prisons.
Okay.
The main challenge we have is, as a facility is the maximum security prison
Okay.
and the Port of Spain prison.
And the Port of Spain prison?
Yes,
The-
Port of Spain more or less is gone. It's totally need to close as soon as possible. So you
Okay.
have daily bags coming over the wall.
Oh God.
And
But it have police there right through, it have police at the 4 points of the jail.
well, not on 4 points, but they will mark the police. They know how to operate.
Okay.
So if the police there, they will throw the bag on the side of the police and then locate it.
Right.
Right? You still have problems with drones at MSP.
Okay.
Right? That is a major challenge how we treat with those things.
Okay.
But the government position is that they're going with the entire Golden Grove estate and build a new facility in Tamana.
Okay. So
The only facility
what,
that they haven't stated that will close is the facility at ACRC in Santa Rosa.
So why any conversations have ever been had with the enclosure of the maximum security prison, the extra piece on the left side and the right side that enclosed? Have there been any? I've been talking about that on radio for years about having a court or courts set up in the jail basically or around the jail, and there's a large expanse of land all around the jail that needs to be sorted out in some utilized as maybe courts for different areas. So you just walk a prisoner from, let's say, Golden Grove, walk him over the bridge into the court and say matter, come back across the bridge. Same with MSP. So is that
as I indicated, we attended a meeting with UDCOT. I think it's approximately a year ago, and they showed us the development plan.
Right.
Golden Grove, the whole entire MSP, Golden Grove Prison, Women's Prison.
All right.
That is no longer even ITRC with the youth.
Right.
Prison will no longer be located in that area. That is prime property, and the state wants it.
And the state.
So the courts going there, while it's a good initiative, it will not happen.
Okay.
Currently, if you could recall, we had a facility. It's over 10 years of building a court outside the remand prison. And it can't finish it. The judiciary is in charge of that project.
Right.
And over 10 years,
The judiciary says in charge of that, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't think the judiciary and all want to be there. With no court.
Why?
To the prison.
That one real strange, boy. Look at the land. Look at the land they have.
And this one I'm gonna say that real land around the.
That the whole cordon off area higher up after the prison cordon off for a good little distance. At least at 20 or 30 acres of land. I don't understand why they can't put a court there. I don't know. But that was the last administration, right?
Well, yeah, over 10 years, yeah. The last administration. Yeah. That project is ongoing, but it did not seem to be going anywhere. And I want to indicate to you also that we had the justice on time.
Right.
They were being paid to pick up a prisoner at the remand
And transport them.
945.
And transport them about 30 meters away.
Well, they were saying.
Containers that they have in court them currently.
Right. Okay.
And they were being paid to do transport within the prison.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Where they could have, as you said, walk the inmates and then ride to the court.
Just walk them over a bridge. Just run a bridge from Golden Grove in the back there and walk them over to the court, to the respective court, whether it's a Paria or Port of Spain or whatever.
No, what?
Answer the matter and come back across the bridge.
Yeah,
What's
but
the
I
problem?
said a while back that I believe the issue is some of them don't even want to drive to go up there.
Who don't want to drive to go up there? Who?
The attorneys and whoever and thing, they find to drive to go up there too hectic. I've heard people say that.
There's going other courts all over all the jurisdictions. There's going to represent the client.
Some of the attorneys sold on the virtual court. They prefer it that way, yeah.
I'm telling you.
They prefer that virtual court system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could recall I was now going into the prison at Port of Spain, and I saw an attorney running up the road. No, their office is right on the side of the Port of Spain prison.
Right.
So I asked him, why does you running? Why does going on? He said, boy, that's some little act up in the court with that prisoner until he run it.
Yeah, that's telling you. They don't want to be around that. They don't want to be around it, X.
And
You laughing.
let's explain a little bit on hard labor and what is considered simple imprisonment. What is going on with that in the jail, in Golden Grove, for instance, and so on?
To be honest with you, we have a challenge. So you would find that the convicted prisoners we have,
Right.
majority we look at substance abusers.
Okay.
So they will come in more or less with short sentences.
Right.
Right, and those are the ones that they plead guilty very easy because, you know, if they're on like cocaine,
Right.
they come in the prison, they get 6 months, like a year or something, and they use that time to recover in terms of the size and weight and things like that.
Right.
Yeah. They get them on the street, but the hard labor is really for persons to work. But what you find are the people on them who get charged with hard labor now, when they go before the doctor,
Okay.
they might just say, well, this person have some medical problems, so they are not fit to work.
Okay.
So we have a challenge with labor in the prison currently.
Okay.
And it's the most acute place they had a challenge is with women's prison.
Okay.
Where majority, you can say about over 75% or 80% of the population they are on remand. So you have remanded prisoners working in the prison
Okay.
because they don't have no convicted prisoners. So you have them in the ration room and things like that.
Right.
Well, I have a little issue with that because I find that they should be paid at least a day's wage. Because these people have not been found guilty of anything and we have them working.
Okay.
But there's nothing in place to pay them for their labor.
Okay. Have you written to the heads about that?
I have something I have to deal with. I raise it on the radio and TV, I think recently do concerning it, but it's something we need to talk about. But some persons have the opinion that because majority of the inmates are on remand, 70%, we should put them to work.
Okay.
But that is a challenge with security because when these people are outside the cell, they use that to move contraband all over the prison.
Right.
That is a reality. Once inmates are outside the cell,
Okay.
majority of it, that time is spent moving contraband to different areas.
Okay. Well,
And that is a major challenge having these remanded inmates outside. I mean, the escape up Port of Spain prison in 2015 was a result of that.
right.
Movement
So-
of those inmates
So I am of
inside the prison but outside their cell.
okay. I am of the view that we need to get the basics back. We need to move the goalpost back to where it's supposed to be first before we talk about bringing in recruits. To be honest, because it doesn't sound good. Because most of my batch, of course, is senior men now, but the juniors is what I'm concerned about in terms of how they operate. And I know these youths and them
They don't know.
how they wild and out of time when they're ready, you know. And I am afraid for them mostly. When you're talking about having
a serious concern because when you take a recruit now come out of training,
yeah,
now training, when you look at some of the persons, the instructors as we know, they're not really on the ground working.
right,
So it's a different reality. And when you throw this officer there and he feel, well, what he sees, that is the right thing. But what he learned in training is not what he's seeing.
well that's not
Right? So
good.
you come in the environment in the maximum security prison and you see him, they post you by yourself and you feel that is the right thing.
But that's the way you learn. That's the way you would learn in training. That's not what you would learn in training at all. One officer for 200
And
9 o'clock.
it's telling you you're not supposed to open a cell by yourself.
Well, this was saying. I think they really need to look, to do a report, and maybe you can advocate for this. A report on manpower, on the issues of the jail, get it correct, get the finance.
for a manpower audit.
Right.
Because if you look at the focus, I think the Minister of Justice first spoke about hiring 500 officers.
Right.
And program.
And what?
But I have a issue with that.
Right.
For example, when we joined the prison, Carrera was more or less the premier place for rehabilitation.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Everything was going on in Carrera. You had the band, you had inmates in the tailor shop, everything going on.
Right.
Because it's convicted people. That was a convicted prison.
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold, as I said, things, the change of the population of the prison. The ban in Carrera, we used to carry inmates to perform in the mass camp. The prisoner ban.
Right.
They used to perform in, I think Coast Guard had a show. That band was headlining the show.
Okay.
And things like that. When the population changed, the band moved to Port of Spain prison, and it was made up of remanded inmates.
Okay.
They had an event somewhere in Santa Cruz that the band went to play.
Mm.
And it's the most amount of drugs coming back in the prison.
Oh God, oh God.
Right? They had to throw drugs out the window at the bus. Because they know they're going to get surgery and like to go and get surgery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And coming out of that, all they did was take the band from Port of Spain and move it to MSP.
Wow.
They moved the prisoners, and the band continued at MSP. With these remanded inmates. But the average person don't know, hey, these people are remanded now. Some of these people charge to murder, they're outside the prison.
Yeah. Well, look, Achata is now asking here, what is the average cost to keep one prisoner in remand for a day?
Well, the cause they were saying, when they look at the salaries and what have you, they say about 25,000 or something like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's accurate, but I know there's bandy about it.
Okay, so adding to that question, right? My question is this: Does the prison grow any of its food sources, or does all come from external?
We do grow some of it.
Mm-hmm.
They have a accountability deficit in what is done with that. Because I see they advertise sale every Friday, or more or less, but I can't.
Sale?
I don't know what was done with the funds from that.
Okay, so the produce that the prison generates, you all sell it to the public?
Well, most of the time I see it sold to officers.
It is sold to officers. So my question is this: why, instead of it being sold to the officers, why isn't the prison growing majority of its food? Because something that taxpayers always hear is that we, the taxpayers, are paying for prisoners to maintain the prison. And a counter argument that a lot of taxpayers counter with is why our taxpaying dollars have to go to feed criminals. So given again back to what X was saying, the amount of land that the prison has around it, I don't understand why the produce is being sold to officers and not being reused by the institution.
I want to say, remember, a lot of these things is short crop.
Okay then.
Right? So what you would have, they say melon gen.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be giving the prisoner melon gen 5 days, 7 days a week.
But
you have to be fair. They will start to make noise, and that's how it used to be. Oh God, every day is this same thing over and over.
but no. Again, and I know the public counter argument will be, but all you're not in Hayat.
Well, it is not in Hayat, but still we have a diet sheet.
Okay.
That is in the prison rule.
Okay.
We'll lay out A diet, B diet, if it's egg, tuna, chicken, what have you. It is not melon gen 5 days a week.
We used to get kangaroo back in the day. We used to get kangaroo.
You see some of the challenges, and also, majority of the inmates are remand. Are we going to put those people to work out in the field?
Well, like say you can't trust them to go out in the
You
field.
have to be conscious of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to have people that
It's very
guide
interesting.
it.
That's a very interesting
And
thing.
the reason why I have you here today is because I want the people in them to hear what's actually going on, not what you feel what's going on, what actually going on. But that brings us to the end of our little conversation here this morning. I just wanted the public to hear exactly where we at and where we need to be, because I saw the Prime Minister talking about bringing in more recruits, and I'm saying that recruits are not going to solve the problem per se. We need a reset in the jail. A reset.
Yeah, they need a reset. A whole revamp security, a serious look at security.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay,
But thanks a lot for your time.
So no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no
cool,
problem,
no
sir.
problem.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah.
So, people, with that, we are going for a premium break, and we will be back in a short.
You're listening to Talk City 91.1 FM's Emancipation Day feature.
Throughout emancipation celebrations in Trinidad and Tobago,
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Culture, talent, heritage while competing for the coveted title. Showtime is 8 p.m. Tickets are $150 for adults, TT $100 for children, with free administration for children under 5 and seniors over 60. Come celebrate our story, the whole story. Follow at Tobago Festivals for more information.
Every village has a story. Every tradition has a voice. This July 16th to August 1st, discover them all at the 2026 Tobago Heritage Festival. This year's theme, Let We Tell the Whole Story, invites you to experience the customs, resilience, and rich cultural legacy that continue to define Tobago. Join us for unforgettable performances, village celebrations, and authentic cultural experiences across the island. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for event details.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation.
Are we in for a super over? I've got to go quick! I've got to go quick!
From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports with Nasira Mohammed, daily at 7 p.m.
Attention parents and guardians, the back to school season is here and Michael Muhammad's bookstore is ready to help you get your children prepared for the new school term. We're excited to welcome you to our 2 new locations. Kane Street, Vistabella, conveniently located next to the Vistabella Presbyterian Primary School. Debe, next to Modern Electrical, in collaboration with Muhammad's Bookstore 1988 Limited. Of course, you can still visit our long-standing location on Point-a-Pear Road, San Fernando for all your school supplies, textbooks, stationery, backpacks, and much more. This back-to-school season, make shopping easy at Michael Muhammad's Bookstore. Visit our new locations in Vistabella and Debe or our San Fernando branch and find everything you need under one roof. Michael Muhammad's Bookstore, helping students start the school year right.
This Emancipation Day, we invite you to experience history, not through books, but through people, performance.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issue.
Have a piece of body one stick like glue. Recipe me bamboo. Do anything, do what you want to. You don't know this slow and long overdue. You know me ready anytime you come through. One piece of wine go make man fight over you. Take off your belt, girl, take off your shoe. A bagger. Slow wine it, slow wine it, slow wine it, slow wine it for me. Girl, you turning me on. Girl, you turning me on when you slow wine it, slow wine it, slow wine it, slow wine it for me. Girl, you turning me on. Girl, you turning me on. Girl, I want you wine and bubble it up. Put up your foot like you're up on the trunk. I want you give me everything. Wine like your body have a spring. Girl, I want you wine and bubble it up. Put up your foot like you're up on the trunk. I want you give me everything. shy, girl, get out of line. Rev it up, girl, come blow my mind. You know me ready anytime you come through. One piece of wine go make man fight over you. Take off your belt, girl, take off your shoe. A bag up. Slow wine it, slow wine it, slow wine it, slow wine it for me. Girl, you turning me on, girl, you turning me on when you slow wine it, slow wine it, slow wine it, slow wine it for me. Girl, you turning me on, girl, you turning me on. Girl, I want you wine and bubble it up, put up your foot like you're on the jump. I want you give me everything, wine like your body have a spring, Girl, I want you wine and bubble it up, put up your foot like you're on the jump. I want you give me everything, wine like your body have a spring.
And that segment was brought to you by Blue Water. Stay tuned for your 10 o'clock news.
Good morning. I'm Mary-Therese Bernard with the latest headlines to the hour. 7 detainees
Thomas.
She having a good day today.
No, they are managing themselves. All right. Junior West. Well, if improving the economy means adding more taxes on public servants and the general population in different ways while the politicians enjoy their free ride and the rich remain rich, yes, the economy is going good. Now, he even understand the question first to begin, Junior West.
Well, you didn't see the confused look on my face because I like, what you answering?
Andy Sukram, doing everything except what they're supposed to do. What is that, by the way? Raj Ramkalawan, God bless Madam Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Kamala Prasad Business and her administration keeps going forward to greatness and prosperity. All right. Len Phillips, think I'm going to buy the sea today. Therapy. Delta Sierra, what economy? With a question mark. I don't know where she live in. Absolutely 100% Asha Budram. Listen to the names there. Names very important there.
Yeah.
Marilyn Mohes. We are praying for the PNM. Do we have a second Iron Lady? May the Lord God of all strength and power and grace give you wisdom and direction for his will and kingdom. I don't know what that means. You didn't answer any question neither. Christine Fagu. Best working government Trinidad and Tobago has ever seen. That's because of Kamala Prasad Bisesa. Bless you always, Prime Minister. Selwyn Samaru. Considering where it was prior to general election 2025, I say yes. Quinn Trim. Right? In my opinion, the UNC and the Coalition of Interest government is doing a great job. I believe the administration has taken positive steps to strengthen the economy, restore confidence, and create opportunities for growth. I support the direction of the government is taking. All right? Definitely. This is Andy Ramsawak, right? Definitely. Especially after inheriting a failing economy, bludgeoning foreign and local debt, violently high crime, falling infrastructure, and oil and gas production at the lowest levels. I don't know how to interpret that, but Isaac Hunt.
No, well, he basically saying that the oil and gas was at a low level and they basically doing good given the circumstances of what they inherited.
Right.
But yes, I heard that name you just said there. Go ahead.
Isaac Hunt, one of my favorites.
Yes.
Right. Yes, I love all the new taxes. That was a government initiative by our government. They need to implement more taxes and quadruple fines where the iron's still hot. Now we know in who is who. Now plenty of these names here. Two of us would know.
Yeah.
Most of the names.
Because we are socials people and those people frequent. But you see, the thing is, we also know the demographic.
Right.
And most of the demographic that you are called in there are Afro-Trinis.
And some
Indo-Trinis.
Yeah.
But if you pay attention, the Afro-Trinis, they're not complaining as much as you would think.
Well, we get into that. David Nathaniel Reyes. Yes, they are doing a great job than the last administration, less by Rowley, right? Julian Nathan Thomas. Government come, government go is the same nonsense.
So he ain't seen no kind of progress.
He needs to answer the question.
That's what I'm saying.
Rocco Dolco.
What a name.
No. They are not doing a good job in any area. All right. We'll remember that. Franco Prestana. Too many flaws from such brilliant people. Know all the failures we had before and learned nothing from it. Too many asinine decisions proving that the more things change, the more they remain the same. Right? That is Franco Pastana. Natalie Pinto. There's another one too.
Yeah, we know.
Not at all. You cannot even get foreign exchange to travel and lots of places closing down.
What places closing down? Anyway, go ahead.
Sharon Jocelyn James. No, they are not.
Yeah,
Right?
that's sycophant. I know that one.
Yeah, I know she. Rhonda Wilson. The economy is
Know that name too.
is on autopilot.
Yeah.
Unemployment high.
Yeah.
Inflation creeping up.
That is another one of theirs.
Weekly and monthly, businesses closing, decreased forex, increased NIS contribution. This is the unholy state of the economy, right? So you need painting one side of the picture.
One side of the
Only
picture.
one side of the picture painting.
Yeah. That I tell you, I know that name. That is a talking head for them.
Jenny Singh. Managing the economy means a lot of things. Not only what the population wants. When this government assumed responsibility, there wasn't any oil boom. Treasury funds didn't escalate with the change in government. Revenue was still the same, yet everyone wants it now. I don't know where they expect the PM to get the money from. Clinton Edwards. The economy is collapsing. So who doing what good job? Rona, right? They are doing a great job managing divisive, aggressive rhetoric and not focusing on the important issues they ran on. Managing division and distraction, tit for tat, more taxes, low wages. It is 2026. Cost of living is high, yet people are still trying to survive on 2018 salaries. Some lost jobs. Do the math. Nada. Khaled Abdul Kadir. Certainly not. This country is only regressing under them. This is the highest paid government in our history, while simultaneously being the most incompetent. And we've gotten so far, all we have gotten so far is propaganda, photo ops, fear-mongering, and empty promises.
The government fear-mongering people?
Well,
the government?
Esther, it's going to be a long 4 years. So I want to put all of that in context, right?
Yeah.
Give me the bed.
Yeah.
I just can't
Yes,
function
you
without
can't
my bed.
function without your bed. I just get so caught up in your talk because we don't use one. Let me say something before you get in. These people, they don't do nothing. They don't look at things like GDPs. They don't look at numbers. Numbers don't lie. And half of these people who making these comments don't even know where to look for the numbers. Right? You're talking about this government not doing anything. I wonder if the public is aware that all the PNM was doing to run the country for the last decade was borrowing money. Are you aware of that? You all are aware that we have a loan to pay back in a couple of months.
We have loans to pay back.
Right? Are you all aware that they were running the country on borrowing? And what you all don't understand is this. All the money they borrow, when they sail off into the sunset with their salary, is we the taxpayers that are paid for that back, not them, And if you're saying the government isn't doing anything, who was coming to invest in this country under the PNM? You now see that the steel mill, all they complaining about AI data center making noise, the steel mill going and make noise and use water too, but nobody complaining about that. And that is investment.
And heavy electricity.
But all they complaining about that. And that is investment. They are coming here to invest. So how the government failing at the economy?
This is the people that vote. This is the people that vote. That's why I'm saying on all, right? This is the people that have to vote, right? We have a...
Baby Trump, we go take calls just now. Hold on.
Wamdi.
Yeah, you call in. Go ahead and say what you have to say.
Let them call us.
Let them call us. Okay then.
Because,
Because you're confused. That confused you.
That just break me day. That just, them comments and them by them people and them just, it's a split down the center basically. You know, some people feeling, well, the government ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, but
They
majority
manage
was
the economy.
pro the government. They seen things
So
happening.
wait is the one back CPEP, the one back all the
Yes.
corruption, the one back all the money
Yes.
laundering, the one back all of these things.
Morning, baby Trump. Yes.
Morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Obi, kind of give them too much credit. You tell them they don't know where to look for the information like GDP. Do they know what GDP is?
Well, I did state the other day that after the show, somebody called me and asked me, what is GDP? Because they didn't know what was the meaning of it.
Right. And on top of that, and on top of that, unfortunately, people only relate the vibrancy of an economy based upon how money comes out of their pocketbooks or their wallets. Unfortunately, they fail to realize that when you were told to tighten your belt, and yet they went and take a loan to make sure that before they exit office and that the deep state is well fed, just in case, which happened, just in case somebody else comes in, right? That they will make lives miserable until they hope they can come back in like the hero on the white horse. But you see, they took out a loan, and these idiots in them fail to realize that those loans taken out not only, fed the benefit of those who, many people could live comfortably with those salaries from, the former, and the deep state, that those who are embedded within major institutions within the country who definitely put in their ideology or their party before anything else. And I think the UNC is not doing a good enough job in letting people know the reality of what is going on as far as why the place, people saying the place nasty and this and that, but they ain't saying and looking at it that, but wait a minute, what constituency do I belong to? What local government is in charge here? Come on, people. So I think the UNC could do a lot better in exposing the deep state, as we call them here, in the US. You understand? Right. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a good morning. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah, go ahead, X. Go ahead. Add your context.
No, I just listening. I just listen to the people, and it's like a diverse. You really can't study the things that they can't change, Instead of study things that they could. And I have something to play for some of the listeners here just now, but I'll play it on a free moment. Because what it is we want as Trinidadians, right? If we want change had to come on a different horse. It can't come on the same horse. It had to come on a different horse, and he had to ride out with prosperity. At the end of it, Kamala is playing for the long game here, most likely, right? Because she is doing her thing to right the wrongs that happened before. And she said that she had made a mistake last time, and she's not going to be making that mistake this time around. Morning, you're live.
Caller, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
These people don't know what GDP is. They believe GDP is the place you have on Southie long time.
Okay.
Call that wrong position depot.
And what's up, caller? You can call back when you get a chance to. Yeah, go ahead. We're listening, sir.
Yeah. So the next thing is this Mr. Marvin Gonzalez. When he said he was coming out and bringing all the evidence in the meeting they had about it out here, he never talked anything more that.
Of course, he didn't talk no evidence.
So then, when you all talk, people have to understand something right now. They're so desperate that whatever thing they will jump and to come out, they will do it. But the government is staying quiet because they don't have the funds to do what they want to do. So they have to put a tail between their leg and butt with that. But as soon as they start to get progress, you will see things going wrong. A lot of people staying quiet. They know why they're staying quiet. They know what they're expecting that is going to happen in the next 2 years' time.
All right, cool, thanks. Well, I know for a fact that the energy sector is picking up, right? And the reason why I could say that is because every day in the papers you see ads for people who work. If you see a rustabout on an ad or a tool pusher in an ad, that wouldn't mean anything to anybody, kind of thing, right? That will just mean a job that you can't apply for because you're not qualified, right? That is all that ad would mean. But to me, it would mean that our energy sector is about to take off somewhere with the different service companies. Because you see people like Massey Wood Group, Arcelor, Shell. You've seen all of these people advertising for posts. You don't see those posts advertising just like that. Especially when those rigs are down, because most of the posts that they're advertising for is for rigs. Things like Rustabout, tool pushers.
And not only that too, but even on the school level, I can tell you that MIC has ramped up recruitment and advertising, because even my boys they got an opportunity to do an internship, and that was literally for solar technology, which is something MIC wasn't really doing before. And they are currently in that. So it's I tell people, when you see people requesting these things, like you were saying, it's because there's something coming and they're trying to get people prepared for what is coming. You don't wait till it reach then to prepare people. You start taking these people now, or recruiting the skill sets, as you say, from now.
Well, yeah, and they start, and normally a drilling program would last, well, to monetize a one well would take you 3 years.
Really?
Yep.
All our work.
All our work, right?
Okay.
For you to get a platform running, it will take you about 3 years to get from negotiation stage to actual first gas.
Okay.
Which will take you about 3 years to go. And it's a whole long process that you have to go through, kind of thing. But people, nobody knows. So.
Yeah. I think what is going on is again, ignorance, People just knows nothing about nothing.
Because we are big energy players, among other things in the petrochemical world, we can use that to re-kickstart ourselves and to diversify ourselves. And this is how. Because everything that's coming to Trinidad now, everything from the steel mill to the data centers and everything else, they are looking for energy. And the king of energy today is petrochemical, right? So they're going to come here looking for that, because that's what they can get now. However, to stay here, right, and to continue to produce here, we are going to have to demonstrate that we can produce energy other ways. And that's going to force Trinidad and Tobago to expand beyond petrochemicals for energy. We call that necessity is the mother of invention, right? We're an island, that's wind, right? We're an island, that's tidal. We're an island 10 degrees north of the equator, that's solar, right? Among many other ways that we can produce energy, because everybody's talking AI and technology and this and that, but all of those things will come to naught, zero zilch, without energy. Energy is what makes the world go round, right? It just so happens right now, petrochemical is king. And we have that in spades. So we use that to develop ourselves, develop and diversify into other things that like a lot of energy. I've suggested one down Shagwamas. The Shagwamas project is not about right? It's about taking ultra low sulfur diesel, put it in ships, the biggest gas station in the whole world, right? That's what Shagwamas is about. But cruise ships are evolving outside of liquid fuels. They're going into methanol, they're going into natural gas, they're going into electrical, hybrids, plug-in power. And what? By them coming here, by us creating a project for them to come here for ultra low sulfur diesel, and they start asking for other things, we can then start to supply other things, other ways of.
And people, we are going to a play wage draw.
Supervised by independent auditors KPMG.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share
and
from
enjoy
one
the
generation.
ultimate event experience. For just TT $250, VIP ticket holders get reserved premium seating, exclusive access to our post-hour hospitality area, plus complimentary food and beverages. That's right, you're not just coming to the show, you're getting the VIP experience. Get your tickets, VIP tickets for Tobago Festival Commission office at 9 a.m. to 12 noon daily up to July 30th, or purchase at the door, cash transactions only. Thursday, July 30th, Shawpark Complex, showtime 8 p.m. Come celebrate the story, the whole story.
Attention parents and guardians, the back to school season is here and Michael Muhammad's bookstore is ready to help you get your children prepared for the new school term. We're excited to welcome you to our two new locations. Kane Street, Vistabella, conveniently located next to the Vistabella Presbyterian Primary School. Dede, next to Modern Electrical, in collaboration with Muhammad's Bookstore 1988 Limited. Of course, you can still visit our long-standing location on Point-a-Pear Road, San Domingo.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with King.
Tell all them races, suffering makes us one. Tell your races, sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care about race. No, sufferers don't care
right, people, we back inside off the record. Sufferers don't care about race, boy. Big tune, big tune. Rest in peace, Stalin. Your music will live on, of course. And sufferers don't care about that, boy. Sufferers don't care about the simple thing. The lines are open. You can call 622-4911. We go right up until the 11 o'clock hour where we'll have the 11 o'clock news by Stanley Augustus. And then we kind of change gears and go into another topic at 11 o'clock.
I'll play now the rest of nobody's voice note here.
Right, go
Among
ahead.
many other things, everything from the food, to resupply the ships and whatever else, many other angles and so on. So you just have to force yourself, right? Get yourself into position, put yourself in place. How you say that? And when you're in place now, you have to continue in the race. And that's what has caused innovation. That was drive invention and creation of new ideas and everything else. So Trinidad is in the phase now of bringing all these things to us. But the diversification X is talking about there, the need for it will be how do we keep them here after they are here.
And this was his take on the
here. So a couple of things I want to touch on that you touch on there. X. There is a massive shift in the world. You refer to it as shifting the goalpost. There is such a thing. And that shift is the free world finally fighting back against an incursion that has been happening over the last few decades to infiltrate the free world from within, to destroy it from within. And there were governments and people within and institutions and so on within the free world that was accommodating that. In America, you describe it as what was happening with the LGBT thing. It's bigger than that. It's much bigger. All manner of concepts meant to destroy a nation from within were being propagated and allowed and everything else. And Donald Trump came in and said, nope, you describe it as shifting the goalpost, right? It's more or less that, right? Shifting back, fighting back, right? To put the free world back on an even keel from being toppled over. And our Prime Minister here has joined that fight. And that general election was key. When I used to say to people, choose wisely because of the international ramifications. This is what I was talking about. Besides the obvious things around the oil and gas and the drugs trade and a few other things, there's this abstract underlying concept that the free world was being dismantled and destroyed from within. And governments of the free world, and I firmly believe the former PNM government was part of that. They were in line with the Democrats in the United States of America and other institutions and other governments. Certainly the Chinese. And their friends, the Iranians and the Russians, with their infiltration of Venezuela, they were doing a similar thing here. All right? So it's an abstract thing. It's difficult to see if you're not looking for it. But that shifting of the goalpost you're talking about is happening now. It is a quiet war, and it's a war for hearts and minds. And the media, unfortunately, is not on our side in this, because the media was captured, just like, again, many Western free world institutions and governments were captured. But the shift is happening, and it's happening massively. All across Latin America, countries are changing and adopting more free world governments. Right? Latin America was once a bastion of communism and authoritarianism, and it's changing, right, bit by bit. So it's an interesting time. It's a shift in time. It's a point in history, a watershed. And yes, Donald John Trump is at the core of it. But you see, when you're at war, you need a bulldog. It's like in World War II, Britain needed a bulldog called Winston Churchill, right? And Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar is our bulldog. It's our pit bull, right? She is doing things that are going to upset the apple cart a little bit, and people are going to fight her. And people are going to try to get the status quo back in play. But no, it's about that time. And for this time, I think this government, what they're doing, despite all the legal toss-ups and whatever, is exactly what needs to be done.
One more here.
Oh, nobody here. So that question about the performance of the government is an important question. However, it is the wrong question to ask, because most Trinidadians don't understand the function of government to begin with, or at least they have a skewed opinion. A lot of Trinidadians, without even knowing it, are closet communists. They want to be owned. And when you are owned, you are provided for. That is the brainwashing that has come from the beginning. They want a good king, or even a bad king, to provide for them, no matter what the cost, right? They do not see themselves as being the republic itself. They do not see themselves as being the state, and that the government is merely a management system of the state that is supposed to be answerable to the people. They don't see that. So when they don't get their CPEP, and they don't get their free this and their free that from the government, as they've been programmed to want, then they're going to see it as being bad. When their government, in fact, starts to do the things that actual governments, especially in the free world, are supposed to be doing. Things like creating a secure environment, things like ensuring trade agreements and so on, things like managing the nation's critical resources and encouraging outside investment. They don't see value in those things because in their mind, government is supposed to put food in their mouth, open their mouth, put food in it and chew it for them. They do not see themselves as citizens. That's the problem. And in the free world, in a republic, which is what we're supposed to be, the citizen is the source of value creation. You're supposed to create value for your own self and for others, and then present that value onto the free market to be bought and sold and benefit from that. They don't see that. They don't see their function as being that. And to create enough value, enough excess of value to be able to expand, even internationally. They don't see that. They don't appreciate that. Their point is, I want to cut bush. And whoever can give me to cut bush and give me free housing and allow me to live in dilapidated, broken down housing for free, then that's good governance for me. Right? So it's the wrong question. The right question would have been to ask first, what is governance in your mind? And then go on to ask, is this government performing? And I'm sure most Trinidadians, because the Caribbean in particular, we have been brought up on a steady diet of closet communism. And it's going to be hard to break people out of that, unfortunately.
Okay, very interesting comments. I was always taking your comments, and digest it sometimes too.
But you see, it comes back to something that I said the other day, where I was explaining to people that when people hear the state gets sued, majority of the citizens don't understand what it means, and that's why they don't make noise. But I said, that is why the person who created the idea of we'll take your taxes digitally or take your taxes from you without physically removing it from you. If I could have go back in time and hit him a clout, I would have done it. Because you see, every time the state gets sued, people don't understand that that's their money. But let it be a case that when the state got sued, a man used to show up in front of your house and take $100 from you. You would crucify, all of a sudden, nobody would want the state to get sued. You know why? Because you're physically seeing a man coming in front of your door and say, listen, we just get sued, you have to give me $200 out of your pocket.
Right.
And the average man is going to say, but brother, it's you get sued. Why I had to give you $200 for you doing nonsense? But because a man find a way to take it from you without you have to physically remove it from your hand.
Right.
Because let me be honest, back in the day, plenty of the king men didn't return to the king when they come to take taxes, depending on where you go. Right. You might have lost your head or your life.
Right.
So as time went by, a man say, listen, boy, watch now, when we go to take X money, X is spell bottle at we, we need to find a way to take X money without getting a bottle in we head. So comes the digital infrastructure. So now, when Faulty Farris lose all the cases that he lost,
right,
and cause the state all that money, X wanted the critical thinking X is angry with Farris for losing the money because X now understand he pocket get touched. Right? And would I hit Faulty Farris a bottle if he was directly in front of the face. But the average citizen, they don't understand that. So as far as they're concerned, the state gets sued, but I didn't see the money leave my hand physically. So I unbothered, not understanding that all that cases the state lose could have done things to better the community. But they don't understand that, and that is what nobody was saying in his last voice note there. They don't grasp that concept.
Well, they better had grasp it. Because they need to know who did not come up their coffers. Because it's about $7 billion US we pay back from now until 2045.
They don't care about that. You hear what he said about communism? Why you feel I always say that PNM is a tyrant party? Tyrants are communists. And the reason why they operate like that is because they give them very little, but to them that is as good as life could get.
Right.
That is why they don't hate Kamla because they believe the country. They hate Kamla because CPEP and URP gone and forestry. That is all they care about. Nothing else they are truly bothered about. If CPEP, URP and forestry did remain...
If they had brought back... Okay. I wouldn't take it so superficially. That is all they considered, right? Now, if they had taken it away and brought back viable alternatives in a viable, sustainable, financial way,
and in a viable time frame, because you remember
we would not be having so much noise outside there,
right?
Because now they would have something else to fall back on, right. So I assume that is what they make a noise for, because
but let's
the option gone, the option of racket
Right,
gone.
but let's be honest, right? Sometimes, what does it require to make a diamond? Pressure.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Well, one of the things.
Right.
Yeah.
If I am constantly feeding you, because and this is why people just get mad when I come to argue this CPEP thing. But my view is this: I know people who was on that, who got comfortable with that, who was getting the bare minimum for years, who are now currently glad that it gone because they got up off their tail and now they have better jobs. They either working security, making more money, They working. Some of them went to the fast food industry, and some of them are even doing 2 jobs. But before that, they were comfortable with the bare minimum. Sometimes, in order for growth to happen, you need to put strain on people.
Well, I had I had a talk show host I used to work with back in the day, and he was a French Creole, but he was sort of, how to put it, draconian in his way. And he believes, his concept is, he believes that you should put more pressure on poor people for them to get out of this circumstance.
Yeah.
But it can't come from him. That was the problem.
He couldn't say it because of his hue.
Yeah.
Because of his hue.
He used to say that right through.
I can't say it neither because every time I say it, I get cussed. But I know it's the truth.
Yeah, but because of his look and his demeanor and whatever,
yes.
he couldn't say it.
He would have got a bottle walking through tongue.
You was?
I might still get a bottle, but I might think twice a little bit before they pelt it.
Because I made a mistake the other day, and I said to my workers down on the Dago side, I said, you have to get another job. Don't sit down and pretend like this job is it for you. You know, like that is all.
How did they take it?
Well, a few of them took it to say that I'm not talking to the people the right way.
You see?
And I'm fighting them down.
You see? Yeah.
And I like, what is all they're saying? I tell all you, if you're working until 10, 11 o'clock in the day,
okay,
right? You have the whole rest of the day.
You wanna know how I just get it?
Job.
You wanna know how I just get it?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like today, I feel like better than people.
Somebody was blasting it yesterday, and one of them, Christine Douglas page, she put up somebody, no, it's Nalini, I think. Nalini or one of them. Nalini. She knows she's put up everything against UNC. So it has some woman bashing you yesterday because you're talking about the black man and how the black man doing things, wherever.
Yeah.
You know, and she,
but guess
and
what?
she brought into the narrative.
But guess what? The retards that has bashed me, they spend more time chronically online.
No, well, I don't have time with them.
And that's why I tell you, I don't have time with them. Because it's like I just tell everybody, from here, I go back to work. And then work continues into work. And these days, work has been continuing into 3 o'clock in the morning. Then from in the morning, it's to rush the boys to MIC to come back to work again.
Right.
I'm not saying down waiting for nothing to happen.
Right.
The biggest part of any opportunity is showing up.
Right.
So I make sure I show up where I need to be.
Right.
To get opportunity presented. When you sit down and remain stagnant, you will remain. You ever see a drain? What happens when a drain don't flow?
Well,
it builds up. And it builds up with filth.
Yep.
So why would I sit down and don't seek out opportunity? You seeing people posting things about they're looking for workers for plant and this and that. Find an online course. See if you could learn about seaman. Find out where they're doing seaman. Find out where they're doing rigging. See if you could borrow money. Insert yourself.
Right.
Like you said.
You have the right attitude.
Yes, insert yourself.
Yeah,
you talk about welding, right? Well, you too use a veteran, but yes, but you see, this is another thing too. People don't. This is why I said people. When I mentioned the statement about people being degenerative and gravitating to degenerate content. All you will gravitate to somebody who cussing and getting on like a retard on social media. Every day you hear X say on this station, he has a background in this situation and that situation. Nobody wouldn't WhatsApp here or message here and say, hi, I'm Mr. X. Can you tell me where I could go to learn this? Where's the MIC location in my area? Where can I go to learn welding? Does YTEP teach welding? Mr. X, I did basic welding, but I heard that you said it has advanced version to welding. Can you direct me to where I could go to? Make yourself more marketable, people.
No, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not of that.
You want to be the veteran grass cutter, so you specialize in small grass, tall grass,
medium grass.
But if I challenge you to cut a tree, you don't know how to do it. Listen, all you miss me, all you BS this already morning, eh?
Yeah, real rubbish.
Real rubbish.
Yeah,
proper rubbish.
They're not challenging themselves in a lot of instances. And there's only 1 or 2 people that's called me after the show or WhatsApp me after the show to find out certain things. But generally, everybody just sit down there just doing the thing. I told them that, and I was like shocked, boy. I was like, so all they don't know, all they have the rest of the day after they done cut grass. All they don't have our next, how much? 12 hours of the day? 12 and 4. Yeah, about 12. You have at least 8 hours again after you done your work.
But look,
you
but
can go and look for another job, a babysitting job,
every time I make an error in here or something I don't know, I just go over when I done and ask the guys in the next room. Or they could tell you when the show done. I just sit down by the board here a few minutes and practice in my head.
Right.
Because you want to grow. You can't tell me CPEP and URPs, like I say, so you specialize in low grass, tall grass,
medium grass.
And medium grass? Come now, man, don't do me that.
Yeah, we also have medium grass cutters. Medium grass cutters.
Don't do me that.
How he jumps on them? How he jumps on them? They cut him medium grass. They're good at that.
Yeah.
Not low, not high. Medium grass.
Boy, I don't know, boy. I don't know. We have somebody here quick. She said, correctly, it's right, Mr. Nobody. Play that voice note again, the last one. Please send me that voice note. I'll forward it to you just now.
Let's try.
No, that is not Lestra. That is the next lady that gave a great contribution yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that is what it is, man. You have to know what you're doing. You gotta
put yourself in place. Because if they hear my story, they'll be like, wow, okay.
Boy, listen. And you know what is getting me mad with these people? They will talk that here, but the minute they land in our next country, they work in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs, you know.
We is going to find out the rules so we won't break them. We that good. We is going our next man country and go and find out the rules, right? So that we won't break them in their country. It was? Because we real different. We very different. We going and find out the rules to make sure that we don't break them.
Right? All the
in our next man country, but in your country, do what you want.
Yeah, all the jaywalking association in Trinidad, as you reach over there, you ain't even sure if to cross the road.
My first stint in New York was in, I went Manhattan for the first time. And I going down there, what time it is? I going down there and trying to figure out how to navigate the traffic. So I see the pavement bursting with people. And see how we just have those crosswalks at the traffic light?
They have mega ones.
Right, they have mega one. And they have several hundreds of people waiting to cross. And I think, and I let the light turn green. It started to work. Next thing you know, I decide I go and cross and get across the first lane. And the light changed back on me back. Papa, you believe not a car stop?
Yeah.
Not I had to stand up there and wait until the light changed back here. Well, anyhow, you know where to go. News.
Well, people, we are heading to your 11 o'clock news with Stanley Augustus.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Talk City to facilitate the live broadcast from the Office of the Prime Minister African Emancipation Day celebration. We do apologize to our viewers and listeners for any inconvenience caused. Yes, people, and we are back. You good?
Bed.
Yeah. I carried it down just now. Yeah, we good. So, pleasant good morning, everybody. Pleasant good morning. We have some young people.
Good morning, everyone.
In the studio.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right. I'll get the maestro.
Yes, the maestro.
Right, morning, and this is Access Academy. Yes. All right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you all do at the Access Academy? What is the Access Academy all about? If I've heard about it for the first time, what would it be all about? Anybody?
Education and media.
All right, I like you, man. I like you. Small man.
Well, we have him on. I've opened all the mics so you all could come close and
have a seat if you want. You can
have a seat
and have a seat if you all want to talk. And use the mic. When you go on.
All right, so come up to the mic, come up to the mic if you all want.
Sit down, where you going? Don't want another seat.
There's another seat, so if you want to bring in another chair here and
Take the other mic there. All right. Right, so they're all set up. Right, basically. What's your name and what do you do at All Access Academy? Mike on? Yeah.
He's good to go. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Zavi Solomon. I'm 15 years old, and at Access Academy we learn basically about media. We have done public speaking, videography, photography, DJ engineering. We learn to mix music and so on. Acting.
Okay.
Yeah, and a wide variety of stuff.
Okay.
All right.
So that's amazing. So technically, your school teaches the field that we are in.
Yeah, that is the purpose of the future.
Okay,
all
then.
Right,
well,
right.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What field are you in?
I'm interested in videography and photography. I actually brought my camera with me today.
Okay.
Also, like public speaking. That is why I volunteered to come up and do this.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Okay, well, before you leave, I want to see a camera. Because I just do video editing too, so.
Right.
Oh, you didn't walk with it?
Forget upstairs.
Okay, no problem.
Forget your tools of the trade
I'm not
upstairs,
going to
right?
say that. Rule number 1, always secure equipment.
Married to your equipment, and
Yeah.
don't be too far from your equipment.
Never.
So
you never know when a story will break.
So you tell us what's your trade basically with where this is concerned? What field would you like to go into?
Any media?
What's your name, by the way?
Teresa Peterson.
All right, okay, go ahead.
I'm mostly interested in acting and photography.
Okay.
But I'm also want to be a marine biologist when I grow up.
Okay.
When you grew up? You done grew up already?
Yeah, how much growing to do
Yeah,
again?
about 15 or 16. How more years you had to go again? Yeah, about about 5 more years to really grow. All right. But
So you're looking to take the videography into the marine biology?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And to all I see all the men in them had the hairstyle. Yeah, the same hairstyle as
Yes, apparently full hair is a style.
I used to be very upset with my son with this kind of where it's called.
I thank God my boys do it. But it is a style now. We used to get tapped for that in school.
Yeah, definitely. So tell us okay. For instance, when you're going through life, you have access to different jobs, basically, right? And you try all sorts of things before you get into what you really want to do. I like how you said that you want to do something, and then you want to do something else. Right? Don't ever feel because when you don't get what you want is the ending of the road.
Yeah. And again, you notice what happened today again, right?
What's that?
Where we were on a topic and then somebody comes and lines up exactly what we said. Nothing happens by chance.
Yep. So don't ever feel that your journey is just a straight journey along the line of being a marine biologist or something like that, right? Sometimes you maybe end up in some other field that you may think that you don't like, that you may get to like as you go older. It's like that. The way how things going along in your journey. So don't ever stop looking at the door that you was going at. Sometimes the door closed, but look at the window. Yeah, what about you? Did jump through something else? But always keep your mind open and go for your goal.
Well, let's take two more now. I want to give this young lady a chance to step up to the mic, and I want somebody who's hiding.
Where's small man?
Small man who was
come
supposed to speak.
Come, small man, come on. You can't go in the back there and hiding. We're going out with you.
And you know me, I like to call out the shy one. So that one in blue in the middle there, he coming next.
Yeah.
All right, pleasant good morning. Name and what do you all do? And what are you all studying?
In school?
Well, yeah. Well, I know what you're studying, but what is the passion out of your studies that you would want to pursue?
Okay. My name is Asia Marie Celestine.
Hi.
I would like to study like all sciences, maybe like languages, French and Spanish, and maths. Maybe add maths too.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to be an environmental engineer.
And how you end up in this school then?
My friends are here, so.
Just because your friends are here?
I mean, mainly.
Or because something has attracted you to it? You know, as you were saying, right? You were saying that you like French and the languages and the sciences and whatever, right?
Yeah.
But you end up in a trade school that is teaching different things around the board, right? What attracted you to this? Is it
other than just the friends?
Yes, other than just the friends.
Well, I mean, it opens me to new ideas and stuff, so I could get to learn everything that I might need in the future. Because I would never know. I might need to do some, public speaking or anything.
Okay. So it would augur you well as extra skills then.
Yeah.
So what did I say earlier on, X? Not limiting yourself to one thing. And I said the greatest form of opportunity is what? Showing up.
Yep.
She showed up.
All right.
She's learning something out of her skill set. And that means she becomes pliable, which now means if her skill set doesn't have an opportunity at that time, there's room for her to pivot.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, small man, tell us.
Yeah. My name is Jai Joseph.
All right.
I come here because I went down to visit my grandmother and she tell me about the class and what's not. But during the class, I get to fancy the photography and the DJing.
All right.
So you see,
you look like a big DJ in a club.
Granny had vision for you.
You look like a big DJ in a club. I could see you in a club with a big DJ, a big gold chain and thing and a hat on your head.
Yeah, playing level chutney.
Yeah, doing your thing. Yeah, man.
Well, that's great. That's great, and I'm really glad to hear that within the few of you all who have come to the mic so far. And don't worry, shy guy, you come in. I'm glad to hear that you all are not limiting yourself to one field. That is truly remarkable.
But I must say though,
Mhm.
I'm hearing grandmothers, I'm hearing mothers, I'm hearing.
Ask
but
the
I'm
question.
not hearing about fathers. Everybody here has a father influence.
Both mommy and
in the
daddy in the
home.
home?
Both your mommy and daddy, or they're separated, or whatever the case may be. Everybody has mother and father influence in the home.
That is
Hold it
good.
quiet,
No,
so-
don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
If you're doing public speaking and the field that you are in, you have to get in people's faces.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just say yes or no. We okay, but these are things we need to know because it shows us where the balance is.
Because every child group that comes in here, we ask that same question.
Mhm.
Because we want to know where the fathers are in terms of molding these young minds. You know,
Mhm.
mommy is good, grandmother is good, whatever, but the fathers play a very pivotal role in trying to get you to where you want to be.
Mhm.
So you all have fathers in your picture by
Mhm.
chance?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Well, that is good, that is good, that is good.
Okay,
But
so here we're
because
going on
normally
next.
that doesn't happen.
Let we take two more, and here we're
Yeah.
going on. I'm taking Shy Guy.
Right.
Yeah, the guy in blue. Yeah, no, you come. Right? And I'm taking Tiny Voice in the corner here. Come. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. Come. Step up to the hot seat. Step up to the hot seat. Right. Name and what is your focus studies?
Alright. My name is Elijah Gajira. I'm 13 years old. Currently, I'm more into like the sciences and maths.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm leaning towards like being a lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
and that's mainly what I'm doing for school. I joined the camp because my friends are here,
Mm.
and my mom made me.
I like it, all your friends, you know. Your friends just seem to be carrying you all to positive things. I'm liking your friends. I just and those friends sound like the kind of friends that will carry you and they will bring you back.
Well,
So that is good.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Hi,
You can turn the mic. Turn it to you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rochelle. I'm 14. I kind of joined this camp because I kind of like doing acting and voiceovers and stuff like that, and broadcasting and sharing my music, because what I really want to do is like learn new languages and like music in school.
Okay, very
So
interesting.
you said sharing your music. So you have music?
No, like my music, my taste in music.
Your taste in music. And what is your taste in music?
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Say
You
what
you brought
say what
it. I'm
is.
gonna ask it.
Say what it is.
To be fair, I don't really listen to like standardized music here,
Okay.
like soca or
Okay,
like,
so nothing is wrong with that. I just only listen to rock music. So again, what is your music taste?
like alternative rock.
Alternative.
Okay, so you like Evanescence.
Yeah, I know.
And Wonderwall and Guns N' Roses and that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Okay then. A little Flyleaf, a little Linkin Park.
Well, I had that stint in my life at one time. I was only listening to alternative.
Yeah.
So it was
I
fun.
still
It
do.
was a
It
fun
stuck
era.
with me. That is interesting. But as for you all are here, both of you all didn't tell me because you all said that her field is lining up. You want to be a lawyer. So what you doing in a videography and
Photography camp and so on.
camp?
Uh,
What? Same thing? Just
you
adding
got your friends
extra
here?
My friends are
mileage?
here, my mom forced me, and I do like photography.
Mhm.
So that was like the other reason.
I love when all your parents, all your friends, your mom force him. Good parenting, boy.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing about these fathers at all. What happened there, father? Father giving you advice?
He just said go if you want to.
Okay,
That is it. Go if you want to. That
Okay, so here what you gotta do because
course.
he's tell you go if you want to. Make sure you touch daddy pocket for all your equipment.
Yeah.
All your equipment, yeah. Stick him with the bill.
Yeah.
Stick him with the bill while you're young because the minute you reach 18, he go say you old enough you can buy your own thing.
You don't have beard and thing already.
Yeah, you have beard and
You
thing.
don't
So
have beard
he
and
might
thing
mistake
already.
you for
At
18
13,
next month.
Yeah,
he might
it is.
mistake him for 18 next month. So here, let's stick him with all the bills.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really nice meeting you all and hearing you all young minds. You all are truly, the future seems to be in good hands, even though my sons are teenagers and they are convinced that Gen Z will destroy the world. But the future seems bright.
Any politicians there?
Who wants to be in that?
Nobody don't like the political field at all.
They don't. But we were saying this the other day that okay, let's be honest. So we want to ask you all a genuine question here. How many of you all can see yourself as voters when you turn 18? You notice a lot of them aren't, and that's what I'm saying. The younger youths, they don't really care about it.
Well,
but they will have. You all will have to because
no
you all
youth
make
vote.
a choice. Exactly.
There's no youth vote because just now in the next 5 years you'll be 18 or somewhere around there.
Yep.
3 years. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you all will be the ones that make those critical changes in governance, but at the same time, it is good to see that you all have a broad skill set.
Right, and what we do here is we inform, we educate, and entertain. So say it after me. We inform,
we educate,
and we entertain. That's the main mandate of radio. That's what we do in talk show, right? And we talk about anything, current affairs or politics. That's what we do here. So we do that on a daily basis. So it is what it is, right?
And if I have to give any of you all a personal recommendation, use your socials positively to share your knowledge and your skill sets. Start now, because you have to start. Everything now is looked at from your travel. Your digital portfolio plays a very distinct role in whether you get visa or to travel. So stay away from the explicits, the ratchet behavior, and build a positive portfolio that can benefit you all in the future.
And you know, when you go for a job, the first place an employer goes after they see your resume
is your online presence.
On your online presence. And if you have negative stuff going down the line, that's your trend, and going down the line, whatever, is one that would not work well for getting that job. Right?
I don't want you all to lose your opportunities.
You may well pass it physically in an interview, whatever, but they go onto your socials to see who you are as a person, because you normally would have things on there that would attract certain things, and if it is a negative thing, they would more or less not hire you, right? So let's be mindful of those things. And once you put something on the internet,
it's there forever.
It stays there.
So
right?
digital footprint is, I think,
very now
important.
in the 21st century, it is not just a thing, it's the thing.
Yeah.
You go to the embassy, they're looking up your digital footprint, right? For me to get this job, I had to submit, because I am a content creator, and I had to submit several of my videos to be screened. And if I didn't meet the standard, I wouldn't be here. It is very serious now. The world has changed.
Like, for instance, if you're a Trump hater, right? No,
it's real like that.
If you're a Trump hater and all your stuff is around Trump doing this, he doing that, whatever, when you go to sit down for a visa, don't feel it's just going to apply for a visa.
It's not like that.
The part that your presence online would say things about you that would make you either get the visa or not get
it.
It's as simple as that. That's how serious it get now.
And employers are
years
taking
ago,
those
it's like
things
that
very
now.
serious. Your
Right?
emails, your Instagrams, your Facebook, everything and that. But the reason why I'm telling you all to build your digital portfolio around your studies or what you want to do is because, let's just say the young lady who wants to be a marine biologist. When they go and look at your socials, they can see that you would have had a post in 2026 about how much you love being a marine biologist, and they now have a paper trail up to the time when you come to get the job to say that this is a person we know if we hire them we can get 110% from, because they were passionate about it from since they were a child. That is how your digital footprint looks now. So that is why I said graph your socials around the things that you want to do.
Always supposed to be 18 to be on the
Yeah, that is the spray.
Always supposed to be 18. But nevertheless, thanks you
Thank
all
you guys
for coming
for
out.
passing through.
And anything all you all will want to say from to us, or ask any questions? Nobody? No questions? Oh, real good.
You want an opportunity to come to the mic?
All
Give her an
right,
opportunity.
What are we talking about, man?
Give her an opportunity to come to the mic.
Oh, just me?
Yeah, well,
just
you want somebody else to come?
Yes,
Okay, we taking all the guys in the blue. Come blue shirt. Yeah, you come. You can pull the mic a little closer to you if you want.
Right, extempo, go ahead. This is your time to shine.
The platform is yours.
Hi, my name is Skylar Jeffrey. I'm 13 and I want to be a lawyer when I grow up. And I joined the camp because, well, my mom told me to. And my friends here, but also because like they have public speaking, and so like that could help if I become a lawyer. So.
Okay then.
all
But you
right.
don't seem to be shy to speak in public already. You seem very confident behind the mic. Okay, so as you're here doing part of the camp, what are you actually trying to,
What you're gravitating
what you're
into?
gravitating to in the camp?
Well, the photography kind of fun.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's what.
All the women just want to take pictures, eh? Is it?
Just want to take
Yeah,
selfies.
million selfies.
Go in fed
Okay
cell,
then, and
one selfie.
and you little dude.
Hi, my name is Ryan Hutton.
Mhm.
I'm not entirely sure what I want to be yet,
Mhm.
but still figuring things out.
Right.
What is your age?
I'm 12.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you got a while to go.
You're still young.
But what are you enjoying in the camp right now? What is your pivot?
I'm enjoying like the certain lessons that they give you in terms of like the future and your life and stuff.
Mhm.
As in like news reporter and what you could be
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
All right.
So the camp teaches life skills also. Okay then. Well, that is very good, and I'm glad that you're enjoying that. Life skills are important. It's something that is not taught enough. So the camp seems to be doing a great job. So you all are in good hands.
All right.
So, well, thank you for coming through, and
Was
thank
a
you for
pleasure,
stepping up to the
people,
mic. It was a
and,
pleasure.
Was a pleasure, and maybe later on in life, I might see Grandpa and give him a little. Don't kick down my stick, eh? Don't kick down my stick. Just give him a little heel out, right?
Or who knows? I might see one of you all walking out of here with a badge around your neck one of these days.
Well, it is what it is, right?
Well, okay, guys. Thank you
Have
for
a good
passing
day.
through. Much
Okay.
appreciated. Y'all have a great day and keep up the good work. Hey, no problem, bro. No problem. A lot of brilliant minds, boy, boy. A lot of brilliant minds.
Well, the more I see them, is the more I know that we
We ain't lost all
we're in a
yet.
good place.
We ain't lost all yet. It still have.
And these are the children. I want to get some of the children that don't have any influences, because, and I keep saying, there's a portion that getting redressed. They're getting the mother, the father,
Yeah.
you know, the auntie, the uncle, you know, they have redress. You know, they have answers to their questions, because most of them have questions that they don't have answers to, and we provide the basis and the foundation for those answers. But what about those that don't get that? What about those children? You know, and it's real unfortunate to see those children, you know, because I live among some of them, and I have seen generational curses.
But you want to know what's the funny thing? Some of those children you say you are seeing, because I just see them too. I just see them a lot. You know, they have just as much potential as them, or probably even more.
Yeah, in a lot of instances, but who giving them the guidance?
Yeah.
That's the
And
problem.
not only that, the opportunity is not even in the space for them.
Because at that age there, that they came in at it,
Sponge.
them taking up anything in it,
Sponge. They're
from
absorbing
anybody in.
everything. Yeah.
You know?
You notice, and let me tell you something. You paid attention to what the tall guy did. He made sure he leaned over and he said, I need to give this guy a bounce.
Give me a bounce too.
Yeah.
Give me a bounce too, you know what I mean?
And I could tell he has a drive. All of them have a drive, but you could tell he wanted. He wanted. And that was just really good, you know. Again, 91.1 Talk City, creating opportunities for young people, you know. That was really good on their part to have them come
That'll be
true.
the highlight of my show, when I could, you know, impart some knowledge and, you know.
Yeah. Too bad I don't be here anymore enough to meet them, but
It'll be nice, and it'll be a nice feeling, you know what I mean, to give the youths and them a nice hearing, because plenty of them that just feel sorry for them.
I looking at them there, and all I seen is my sons, you know. It's like I set a little brainy smooths.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have so much potential, and I love that there is a camp that they went to, and these is things, you know, these are the things we need to put out into the public space more,
Right.
to pivot these youths and oh gosh, boy, I know they say the government programs and stuff like that, but it's good to see that it still have some doing it. But it's how we reach the others.
All right.
As you say, X, it's how we reach the others. How do we get the others there into that space? Hey, boy, yes. So X, where are we going to now? Obi and Mr. X, that director and everybody, good morning. God continue to guide you all. Keep up the good work. We taking that?
Well, we taking that. We having more voice note it?
Yeah, just now somebody said, correct as right, Mr. Nobody, please. Okay, then. She said, I think you need to let your listeners hear more about some of the positive things that the current administration is doing for the country. I agree with Obi. You have to want more for yourself and take responsibility for your own growth and progress. So, and that is where what we was talking about. Yeah, are you going to be the number one? Oh, you say mid-level grass cutter?
Yeah, mid-level grass cutter. I guess educated in that.
Yeah, you understand? It has to have more and look at a simple thing as those young people are here. You got to hear them. You hear what they're learning: videography, broadcasting, filmography, photography, right? And you notice, and that is why I said, boy, sometimes God does a line-up thing, because all of them have something else they're passionate about.
Yes, but the father's not stepping up. The father's
all
not
of them fathers
stepping
was
up.
there, but they wasn't stepping up. They wasn't pushing themselves
You know,
up.
and nobody's talking about the fathers. How is it we missing that bus? We missing that bus on a serious level, you know. The fathers play, you know, the fathers and them play real. I don't know if they understand the role and function, you know. I don't know if they understand the role and function, to be honest.
I think they do, you know. It's just they do they care enough?
Do they care enough?
Do they care enough?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, boy. You know, like you have a room of youth, right? And you have your father is such a nice influence to you. You know, you would hear them, you know, talk about how their father does work with them, how does carry them in the park,
right?
How he does interact with me, and you know,
Exeter
you don't hear
plenty of me out there.
Yeah, you don't hear about them exciting things with their father. You only hearing about the mothers senior, the grandmother senior, but we're not hearing about the father. This is one point again.
Because you see, not in my time of parenting, I have met, every time I've met a father that is like me, it's always a lighter hue.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Pretty bad.
Yeah. A simple thing as some of the events I go, the hockey and all these different things. Most of the time, if you see the mommy and daddy there, it's always of a lighter hue. But there are people who always make fun of me because I always say I will always be the loudest parent there.
Right, but
because I show up. But a lot of fathers don't do that. A lot of fathers will come to an event, they go sit down in a corner, they go stay quiet. Your child needs to know that support is there. They need to know that you're like I would say this, like in the box cat event, there was a photo that was circulating and they caught me completely off guard. It was Trini Tuna took the photo and it was a photo of me hugging, just randomly standing up and hugging my son while we was waiting for his brother to come down the ramp. And the guy asked around to get it to me and he told me, he said, brother, he said, you could see the love in your eye for how you express yourself with your kid. And he said, I just wanted to give you this. And he sent the picture. And I talk about, when I got the picture, I was just blown away. Showing up is a very big part. And let me show you something. We play a role as fathers. That's why I just tell people, men in society have a very unique role. You can't be even if you are not a father to a child, you are a father in your actions as a man.
Well, yeah, basically, yeah.
Right? Those young people who just came in here were in the presence of men who carry a certain standard in their actions. And like you said yesterday, this experience is something that would remain with them for the rest of their life.
Right.
And that is what more men in society need to sell. We need to sell ourselves.
Yeah, but we're not stepping up to the plate. I'm very disappointed with the children that has passed through here. I'm very disappointed in the fathers. You know, with all due respect to all you to step up to the plate. All you to make some impact on all their children's lives. You know, that kind of way like this program here. You're supposed to be hearing about my father coming to pick me up and we talk about it. We talk about the camp and we going home and all. You don't hear them kind of thing. You don't hear them kind of things.
No, you don't.
You know, you'll hear it from mommy, you'll hear it from auntie, you'll hear it
We
from...
have baby Trump calling in.
You know, but you don't hear it from the fathers at all.
At all. Baby Trump.
Yeah, what happened?
Hey, X, you know what? Yeah, bring up a valid point, but listen, keep focused on what you're going to do. You said you want to bring in or interview kids who never had alternative resources. Like, for example, some of these kids here, I know you say you're disappointed in their fathers, but thank God they had mothers who had their heads on their shoulder and they had grandmothers.
And not only that, they had friends too, because that's why I said you notice the direction the friends carrying them.
Yep.
The friends didn't carry them to the man on the block.
But X says,
yeah.
What about those who don't have that right now? Here's the thing about it though. We find those who didn't have that, but at least had not a family member, but maybe a influence as far as maybe a neighbor or a parent of someone who had that resource.
I'm trying to get that worked out with certain people to be able to come on air and express their view.
But I'll tell you before I leave here, I'll tell you just though, because I can tell you one thing. The kids who didn't have that resource, like a father, a mother, or that kind of influence, and yet they turn out okay, they will make the best fathers ever because they knew what it was not to have that father around. So, yeah, but a lot on listening. I don't want to interrupt, but I think
no, nothing's wrong with that.
I wish I could get a youth in here that have a bandana around his face and he just talking. That's what I want. That's what I really want.
Do that.
I want to get to that point.
I could get that.
I have somebody with a hat and a bandana around their face.
And they come and
they just
talk the things.
About the things that they didn't have and the choices they make, the bad choices that they made that got them to where they are now, unfortunately. I want to be radical like that. I don't want to be.
I don't want to be one of the soft ones.
Yeah, I don't
want one or two dreadles to come. No, honestly
I mean?
Speaking, there's a young man I was supposed to organize with Stanley for him to come in, but I think we have a voice note here.
Hey guys, I'll try to make it short and quick. I always like to see when the kids come in and so forth. I think the conversation with these young people is an important one because in 4 or 5 years, many of them will be old enough to vote. Right now, decisions being made by voters right now in Trinidad and Tobago. Today, as shaping the country they will inherit. So maybe the bigger question for future, if you interact with kids again, is I don't say should not, but it could be it shouldn't be like will you vote, but maybe what kind of country do you want to live in 5 years from now, and what kind of citizen do you want to be in that country, right? We have to start preparing our young people to understand that voting is a right, but it also comes with responsibility, right? They should understand the role of government. They should understand policies, issues, and ask questions. They should be able to, think critically, unbiased, measured, objective, right? And choose based on what they believe will help build the country they want to live in. Not simply because of what they're surrounded, their family or friends or people who surround them tell them. If we want a better Trinidad and Tobago in the future, we have to invest in the minds of these youths and the human capital that exists. Of the young people right now who will eventually inherit the country we want to see ahead, right? I always enjoy these field trips. Keep doing the good work, guys.
Yeah, well, I want to give the bad part of the field trips too. You're laughing. This serious thing.
No, you can't only have one side of the coin.
For me, I want to be radical, right? I want these talks to be radical.
You want to shoot a former shooter to walk in or a shooter to walk in, and he can't show his face.
If it means that, I would love that. I would love to do an interview like that.
Me too.
Because I don't want people to only hear one side of the coin.
Yeah.
They must understand how the other side of the coin is formed too.
Yeah.
How we just get the monsters. Yeah. How we just get the traps and then maybe home and thing. Yes. That is me. I daring like that. But It is what it is. Because I want people to hear about the choices. Because life is about choices. And you can either make a good choice or a bad choice.
You use the one who are partners in prison, link one, two little inmates, let them come in and sit down now, man.
I am already getting to that point, but I want to clear it with Stanley first that we could do it at least. Because I want to hear about the bad choices too.
Yeah.
That got them where they are. You know what I mean?
How much you want to bet most of those bad choices going to be based on the fact that mommy or daddy was not in you, and in most cases daddy wasn't in you?
That's real talk. Real talk in real time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we dismissing that, and that is where we supposed to be focusing on, because we had to get them back in our gear. Go ahead. We had to get them back in our gear.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Excellent program. What you're doing there, giving the youth and them a chance to voice their opinion and see what it is they want. So we know that the elders will have an idea then.
Or what's going on in these young minds?
Yes, and we could help them then.
All right.
Besides, I agree with you. You bring in somebody, who like you say, like we just described it.
Yep.
And then you could also bring in, those like who make it now without a father then, a single father then. So you could motivate those who don't have a father then.
Yep.
And the grandmother and the auntie and the mother growing them up then.
And them turn out good.
And them turn out good then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So and you could also say, well, you could use somebody from the, still, I just say YTC. So you get to land up there, and when they're back against the wall now, then they may see things in a different way now. And they could advise you then, please don't go down that road. This is going to look what I am today. I have to start all over again and such then. But so far, we're doing an excellent job, brothers, and we'll keep up the good work.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Thank you very much, man. Blessings.
Caller, good morning. Please listen to us on your phone and on the radio.
Yeah, morning, sir. Morning.
Good morning. Turn on the radio a little bit in the background, please.
Yeah, brother. This is a good idea that you have, but you're also bringing a youth who was successful through single parentship.
Yes,
and you have somebody who was not too well, who on the other side, as you say. A great program, great, excellent idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
And then you execute. And most of these youths and them who will see turning towards the crime section is because, as Obi rightly says, single parents, because the parents have to work to provide for them, and then they just take the chance to go haywire. So I think that is a very good, excellent idea, and pursue that very soon, brother.
Yeah,
Okay,
cool.
then.
Thanks, yeah, man.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah, trying to make
Caller,
it.
good morning.
Trying to put it in place. I'm trying to
Yes,
put it
sir.
in place for it to happen.
Caller, good morning.
Hello, good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Hold on. How you call them to fight?
Yeah, I want to bring that youth, or at least two youths at
The young
least.
lady on the WhatsApp said excellent program, X.
No. One of my sons, right?
Mhm.
In the early, he was inclined to bad behavior. I did not beat him or rough him up. All I told him is, if you go in jail, they make you a girl,
If what?
He told him if you go to jail, they'll just make you a girl.
No, that only happened to Dormitory 1.
Oh my
That's
god.
only happened to Dormitory 1.
Oh my god. You had to see where that's happened. Why you so?
Yeah, they be working on the.
That could his behavior.
Okay then.
All right, cool.
Okay then. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that will bring up
Caller, good morning.
They be modeling and they pulling up their pants and they crack and walking on the runway from visit back and thing.
I really love the program.
Good morning.
Thank you, caller.
If what?
You have to advise the youth.
Right.
To learn anything.
Yeah.
Whether it's cooking, plumbing, electrical, because they don't know where life will take them. 5 years, 10 years from now, they could be anyway.
Well, there's precisely it. And don't believe you have a good two-parent home means you're good to go. Because you just go off course, ride it, so it's simple, easy.
Yeah.
So I will tell you this, right?
Yeah.
I grew up in Belmont, Oakland. I went there when I was 2 years old.
Okay.
and you have to leave there when you're 16 years old. What they do there, they will find a job for you, and at that time, there was a hospital on Duncan Street where they will give you a place to live and you just have to work on parents. I could remember, and we'll after this one, please. I could remember getting fired from a job for going for my driver's permit when I was 17 years old. I used to work American Stroll, Abercrombie Street. One of the most beautiful black women that I know in my life was the manager there. But one thing that you got to do as a youth, you got to follow your mind. Right now, at the youth, give yourself 3 years. If you're 18, give yourself 3 years in school. And after that 3 years, you can do whatever you want to do. Be careful of having a boyfriend or a girlfriend because most times that is people.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm saying that I like the program, trying to make use of it better they can be, but they have to have the older folks to be in there for them, understanding that they'll make a lot of mistakes. Children. Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you.
Thanks, sir.
And with that, callers, we have to go to a quick break. We will be back shortly.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition. The Tobago Heritage Festival 20...
And enjoy the ultimate event experience. For just $250, VIP ticket holders get reserved premium seating, exclusive access to our post-show hospitality area, plus complimentary food and beverages. That's right, you're not just coming to the show, you're getting the full VIP experience. Get your VIP tickets at the Tobago Festival's Commission office at 9 a.m. to 12 noon daily up to July 30th, or purchase at the door, cash transactions only. Thursday, July 30th, Shore Park Complex showtime, 8 p.m. Come celebrate the whole story.
This Emancipation Day, we invite you to experience history, not through books, but through people, performance, and storytelling. From chains to celebration, on August 1st, experience the grand finale of the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. The journey begins at James Park from 5 p.m. as we parade through the streets of Scarborough, culminating at the Milford Road Esplanade. Be part of the journey. Be part of the celebration. Join us for the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026 Emancipation Day Parade.
Please be advised that the broadcast of today's 1 p.m. NLCB Playway draw will be delayed on TTT and on Talk City 91.1 FM to facilitate the live broadcast of the Office of the Prime Minister's African Emancipation Day celebration. We apologize to our viewers and listeners for any inconvenience caused.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicles to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact Tech's area offices to ensure there are no underground conductors and cables before digging. At Tech, safety is our priority. Tech, the power to make it work.
All right, people, and this program was brought to you by TNTech, 8 years of power, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Talk City 91.1 FM's Emancipation Day feature.
At the heart of it, why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island.
All right, people, we're back inside, and we were on that youth topic, and a couple ideas rush into my head, but I'll give you them. I think I'll do it when Stephan comes back. I'll get permission to do what I want to do, and because I want us to hear the both sides, and I want us to get a feel for what's going on out there in the actual real world, not just the figmented world that we have in our heads, but what's happening outside there, the real talk in real time, and I don't know, we running that. Well, I had an experience yesterday, while talking about my experience offshore and so on and so on. I made a statement and I said that you have to be competent to work offshore and whatever, right? I used to work for a very big conglomerate, basically BP TT International LLC, right? So it's one of the biggest oil companies in the world, right? And I was one of the Trinidadians that was fortunate enough to work for them, right? In working there, I gained a lot of experience and a lot of different things. I did a lot of things before and I did a lot of things after that election. I learned all my dirty tricks first. All my dirty tricks I learned on the block, because I had a father, but I didn't really have a father per se. That kind of way. I had to learn everything on my own kind of thing in the latter part of my life. In the earlier part of my life, when I was about 17 to from about 15, 16 till I was about 19, I had to learn everything the hard way. And I used to lie on a block where you used to have everything going on, from prostitution, drugs, you just name it, partying, you just name it. I've been through the hills and valleys when I was very, very young, and I was always lying with older men. From ever since I was small, I lie with older men. So the men I lie with is like 10 years older than me and 5 years older than me and so on and so on.
So in other words, guys, we learn all them racket things
So I
from.
would have learned all my racket days. I would have learned from that time. And I also learned that you have to people come into your life and bring two things, right? They either bring a negative influence or a positive influence. And your choice is what will make the difference in terms of which direction you go in. And thank God for people like Keith Smith, who was the editor at large of the Express, who was one of the men who kept the village in check, you know, for most things I'll be doing. And a guy named Montgomery Guy, which was my uncle basically. He was a lecturer in UWI at the and John Day at the time. He was the head lecturer of the Food and Arts Division in John Day and so on. And he stepped into my life very simply because I used to play with my cousins and them next door. And we always doing some stupidness together and whatever. And I had a car very early in life. When very early. It was like when I wanted the banister, he said, "Only come closer." He said, "Yeah, what's going on?" He said, you will report to the Allied Caterers, which was, you know, where they going in the airport, the old airport, you know, there's a building on your right hand side, just before the police station, called Cater. Well, it was Allied Caterers back then. It wasn't Cater Serve Limited. And he say, report up there. I have some offshore jobs that you all will be interested in. So they go up there and apply. They're waiting on all you. Cheers to it. While we playing in the yard and talking with shoppiness and doing my thing, he say, "Oh, let's go and do something." So I went and I get a recommendation from Keith Smith. And he also gave us a recommendation and we went up. And they told us, "Hey, we're doing. You're starting next week." Just where they just come out in the corridor and they say you started next. They said, "As a matter of fact, come in the office." And when we come in the office one by one, they ask us, "Well, what skills you have, whatever the case to be." And I explain mine, he explained his own, whatever, and they say, "Yeah, we're going on. Let's start next week. It don't have any jobs that you come for." That me he talking about, right? That you come for, but you can progress your way up if you get involved, whatever the case may be. But we have utility man offshore. So I don't know if you want to take that job and just, get a feel for you. And at that time, I was young, exploring, I doing everything, basically. I doing anything, I had my passes, yes, but, it didn't really make a difference. But nevertheless, I ended up offshore for the first time. And he ended up telling me, well, as we go along, I working in the kitchen, I peeling potato, I doing this, peeling garlic, wherever, doing all kind of thing. And I end up getting a job. Well, one of the medics, because I would always be by his office, one of the medics and them couldn't come offshore. So they asking everybody in the heliport, who could hold on to this man here, why he ain't coming out? Everybody look wrong at me, because they know I always by the office. I was leaving the kitchen and going out by the office. And I got the job. And just so happened that he broke his hip, and his hip didn't align back correct. So I ended up getting the job, and it's from there my HSC. I started off doing HLO and office work and whatever, and radio telephony for the boat and the chopper and the wherever. And then I morphed into to HSC. But I'll get into the story tomorrow. I'll give all the full story because I can't give all the full dissertation of what the guy told me yesterday, but I'll explain to you how it ended up, how the oil field ended up the way it is. But even the rest of mine, have a chance of expressing the obvious of walking around town with your blinkers on as you just marrying that post. Have a good day, TNT, and mind your bloody business.
Make a better version of yourself, Trinidad and Tobago.
Gracias.
Later.
Talk louder. Think deeper. Talk City